So I'm going to talk about right now how to be intuitively flexible. So like, let's say I have a situation at work where I kind of feel like they're treating me unfairly, and your first reaction is, I'm not going to put up with this, yada yada yada, I'm going to let these people know, and there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes, most of the time, I have to keep remembering that there is a plan here, and that maybe this ride or this gig is up, and intuitively I have to be open to other things that, you know, God is trying to show me or tell me or send me, and not feel like I have to like latch on to this situation, because without it I'm going to be homeless or I'm going to struggle financially. Because what that is saying is I don't have any faith in this plan, or I don't have any faith in this whole thing that we're doing right now. So you're gonna have, listen, when I was out there in the world doing drugs and living my life and being selfish and being, you know, just an asshole, I guess would be the word, and just being the most, you know, like destructive and rude and ignorant person, and I was cognizant of it. You know, when you change your life and you start living for the better, and you start doing, and you start having integrity, and you start having morals, and you start having a backbone, and you start saying and start treating people right, and, you know, doing things the right way, that's when all the problems start. So it's easier to live like the rest of the world than it is to live and be somewhat, you know, like, I can't tell you the amount of people I meet. Like, I met a lady today at Family Dollar. I was shopping. This older black lady came up to me, and, you know, I was just bullshitting with her, and she gave me a hug, and we were talking, and like, people know when they meet you. People that are intuitive, they might not even know that they're intuitive, but they know when they meet you that there's something about you that's positive, and there's something about you where they know that you're not going to cause them harm. It's like, I got a truck driver at work that, you know, he comes in, his name's Franco. I think he's from around the Tampa area. He's just a nice guy, and I've known him probably for a couple months, and all of a sudden he's just started like hugging me, which I have no problem with, you know what I mean? But the reason why people do that, and the reason why people, even at a young age, people would tell me stuff that I really feel like they shouldn't be telling me, is because, one, people just don't tell their problems to anybody. People tell their problems to people that they feel like somehow the energy and the connection and the light is all aligned, that they feel like, man, I can just tell this person, maybe this person will have, they might not even know that it's God that's steering them in this direction. They might not even know, they just might be, you know, just flowing with it. And I'll just tell you, like, sometimes I have to catch myself. I don't worry about stuff, you know, like, I don't panic. You know, I've been kind of pissed off about a situation at my job where they're treating me unfairly, and I'm like, fuck these people, who do they think they are, yada yada yada. And then I'm like, the other part of me is like, you know, whatever happens, I have to trust in the process, and I have to trust in God, like I do, to whatever's going to happen. Because at the end of the day, whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and you don't fight it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know, if you go on to somewhere else, you might meet your wife or your husband, or you might meet a person that needed to be in your life or whatever. So just be open to the process. And just this little gay light down here. Just be open to the process. And the one thing that I tell people all the time that's completely changed my life, other than counseling, I don't leave anything out there like to fester. I don't leave no one, you know my feelings at all times. So I let people know, you know, but I'm constantly talking to God and trying to get a bead on where I need to be, what's going on, how do I feel, and all that stuff. So I always tell people, what is your prayer life like? And a lot of people will say, oh, you know, people pray for me, but I don't do it myself. There's a real problem with people that don't have, it's pride. People either don't believe, and you know, you can do whatever you want. I don't talk about things that I don't know about. I only talk about things that work. If you want to change your life and you don't think you can, trust me when I tell you, I used to think that it was a bullshit thing myself. And once I got plugged in and I started seeing it for myself, and I started seeing signs and this, that, and the other, and they had to be for me, and they had to be sent from God, because no one else would understand this stuff, and it was just happening too much, that it's a real thing. So happy Thanksgiving. I appreciate you guys watching. Feel free to like and share, and I'll talk to you soon. All right.